Hi guys, welcome to this session in Power BI. In this module, I want to talk about creating some of the basic visuals that you have in your visualizations pane, which is over on the right here, and using the data that's already loaded up. So the first one I want to look at is a clustered column chart. So I'll click on that one, and then basically you can either drag your fields into these boxes or you can tick them and let the computer place them where you want them to go or where the computer thinks they should go. So I'm ticking topic and revenue for this first one. And there is your very first visual, which you can resize with these little icons in the corners or on the side. You can move it with these little ellipses at the bottom, and you can see these grid lines coming up on the screen, so it allows you to position them wherever you want them to be. So that's centered. You can also do that by just dragging. Sometimes though, when you do that, it doesn't move, so you definitely will move it by using these ellipses. You have a funnel at the top there, which tells you if there are any filters allocated to this visual. You've got this focus mode icon. If I click that, it just goes to full screen. And if I come back down, you can see how that works. And then if I actually click these three ellipses, you've got some features in here that you can utilize. And you've got other things like that. You can do sorts and stuff like that from there. So that's the first visual. Now, one of the things that you must watch out for is if you wanted to create a new visual, you need to click off this one. Otherwise, wherever you click over here will just replace that. So what I want to do next is a little table. So I'm going for the table visual, which is this one here. Click on that one. And then if I just move this up to the top a bit, what I'm going to go for here is company and revenue. So we'll do the same revenue, and you've got a table there, and if I move that down, you can see how that works. So that's all the revenue for all the companies. Then I'll click off that one again, and now I want to use what's called a slicer, which is just a posh name for a filter. If I click on that one, and whatever you want to filter by, you just tick that option, and then it will give you the filter. So I've ticked topic, and now I can filter by topic. So if I tick one of these, it just filters everything on the page to represent whatever you've ticked there. So that's what I want to do on page one. And I'm going down to where it says page one, double click in, and I'm going to rename this main page. I don't need a number there. And then I'm going to click on this plus to give myself a second page, because there is a limit in how many visuals you can have on one page. And let's have a look at a few other ones. So now I'm going for a matrix view, which is quite a cool view. Now I want company down the left hand side, and that'll give me a list of companies. And then what I want is topic across the top. So that's that one. So topic across the top. So now I need to make this a bit wider. There's not too many topics. And then what do I want to analyze? I want to analyze revenue again. So I'm ticking revenue, and then that'll put all the figures in. And then you do need to make this a bit wider so you can see everything. And I'm going to name this one matrix, because that's what it is. Just matrix, get rid of that. And then get myself another page, little plus, and let's have a look at a few more. So we've got a line chart there. If I click on line, so again, I want to do revenue as the data area. So I'm picking revenue, ticking that one. Now I need to give it a timeline, because obviously that's just a dot on the screen. So I've got two date fields. I've got date of payment, and I've got date of training. So you notice these date fields have got these chevrons pointing into them, which you can open up, and then you can tick whatever duration you've got. This is called date intelligence. If you don't have this option and it's just a list of dates, you can go into options and tick the date intelligence on. And I just want this to show me the year, and then I should get a line chart like so. Now if I add all of the fields, so if I just take that off a minute and then tick this one on, that gives me all the date fields in there. It's supposed to just the year. And then what you get on this little visual, if I just make it a little bit bigger, you've got what's called a drill through feature, where you can just click on these little arrows and it will just drill down into the data like so. or in this case I'm drilling up, and then you've got the arrow going down. You can come back down like so. Now I'm going to take those off because I don't want that on, so I'll just tick these other ones off. In fact, I'll tick them all off and then just tick year again, so I get how I want it, year, like that. Now I'm going to come on to a new page. I'll just call that one line. So get rid of that. Just call that line because that's what it is. Create myself a new sheet or a new page, and then go for a different one. This waterfall one is quite a good one. And again, I'm going to go for topic. Scroll down to topic and revenue, and this is going to show you how each topic generates the revenue. So you can see that's the total revenue, and in this case Word is generating the most revenue as part of that total. One that's very similar to that is this one, this funnel one. If I click on that, I'll do the same two fields again, so topic and revenue, and then you can see there, if I move that side by side, it's the same sort of information, Word being the biggest generator of revenue, and you can see that there. Now, other ones I've got on there that might be of use that you might like to use. So I've also got donut charts, you've got pie charts. Let's click on a pie chart. That'll do. You get the idea. And then last space on this page, what can I use? I go for a donut chart, and I'll do topic and revenue. So you can see how that one works, topic and revenue, like so. Those are the 4 charts on there. Now, I'll call that pie, even though it's not the only one on there, pie. And then I'll get myself another page, and we'll have a look at some of the other ones. Now you've got this little globe symbol, which is basically Microsoft Bing. You need the internet for this to work, otherwise this isn't going to let you do anything. But now we need some geographical information here. So we've got country. I don't need country, UK. What I need is city. So I need to click on city. I'll go up to find city, which is there, and that should give me the map of the UK, which it does. And then if I go down to revenue, it should let me see what the revenue is. I tick that on for those cities, and if I tick topic as well, let's see what that does. And you can actually zoom in on these, and this is like going to give you some nice visuals. If you can come right in on this, and you can see where the breakdown is, so you can actually zoom right in on this, and then you can obviously go back out again, like so. Now next to that, you've got a filled map. If I click on that one, and then I'll go for county, not country, just county, and then let's see what happens with this one, and then revenue down the bottom there. So if I move that one over, now I need to get the ellipses on that, move that up there, and then you just make that a bit bigger. So that's just colouring in the counties where the revenue is. So that's that one. Now going on to another one, let's have a look at what we can do now. We've got this option here, which is a tree map. I click on that one. This is a bit like the funnel. Basically, if I tick topic on again and revenue, or any of these calculated columns, revenue, it just gives you that sort of information there, like so. So obviously you just pick the visual that you want, that makes the data tell you a story. Remember, that's what the main point of these visuals is, to tell a story, make it easy to see the data. And then obviously you would save this report. So if I click on save and just give it a name, I'll just call it report, like so. Save that, and then you've got the data saved. Now obviously I probably need to name these sheets, so I'll just call this one tree, and this one map, like so, and then save that again. So that's all I want to talk about in this little module, how you get your basic visuals onto your report pages and how you can see how different visuals look with your data. So hopefully that information was of use. Thank you for your time and I'll catch you on the next one.